Welcome to our Facebook live crafting session from Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. I'm Jill.
And I'm Jez.
And on the first Saturday of every month, we do a joint live crafting session over in our Facebook group, Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. If you'd like to watch along live next time, please come and join our group. There'll be a link below this video. This month, our theme is using products that are going to be retiring from the Spring Mini catalogue. I have used the back-to-back blooms stamp set and the vine design for my cards. So I hope you enjoy watching. I'm going to use lots of these stamps that I have already mounted on clear blocks for my first. I'm going to try and do 2 cards today quite quickly. That one as well. Right, I'm going to use these ones, which are that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. And oh, I should have another one. Oh no, I'm not using the both thin leaves. No, I'm using that leaf and that leaf. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Yeah, that one. And I'm going to use Fresh Freesia, Cool Party, Pear Pizzazz, and Granny Apple Green. And I've already cut a card blank. Sorry, I'm in centimetres, so it measures 15 centimetres by 10.5. So it's basically half a sheet of A4, roughly half a sheet of A4, cut in half and scored down the middle. And my panels measure a centimetre.
Go towards the left a little bit.
That way?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, I can't, yeah, I can't, need to remember. Don't go further than there.
Yeah. If you go under Daisy, you're all right.
Yeah, I'll try and stay in there. And my panel measures a centimetre smaller than my card blank, so it measures 9.5 by 14. So that's what we're going to stamp on to start with. I'm just going to get a bit of scrap paper because I'm a bit anal about messing up my grid paper, even though that's what it's for.
I know, I'm saying.
Can't have messy grid paper. Right, I'm going to do Memento ink. And I'm just going to ink these up, and it's easier, I find, with Memento to do that way round than it is the other way round, because it's a fabric stamp pad, and just to get the coverage. So a little, yeah, right, okay. So I'm just going to stamp this up in the corner there in black. I'm not going to use that one again. I'm going to use this one down here. This is the smaller of those two, the 2 biggest blooms, but there's one big one and one small one. I'm going to pop that right down there. And then I'm going to take this little sort of cup-shaped, saucer-shaped one. And I'm just going to fill in a few gaps with that. Where should I put that one? There. And then I'm going to come in with some leaves. So this is a very, very quick little card to make. Just be stamping. And I'm doing this one in Memento ink and then colouring. And I'm going to do another one in a sec, which will be, I'm going to use coloured inks to stamp and then infill. Right, okay, so that's that. And then I'm just going to do a few little leaves with this single leaf here, just to fill in some more of the spaces. I think this is quite a neglected stamp set from the mini catalogue. I haven't seen many people doing things with it, but it's
certainly neglected by you if this is your first inking.
It is. It is very, very neglected. It's because I had so much stuff to use. I'm trying to learn the lesson that there's no point in buying so much stuff that I don't have time to use. I'm getting better. I wouldn't say I'm there yet, but I'm getting better. No. Right, okay, so then we come to colouring. So what we need to do is we're going to clean off all those stamps because we're going to reuse them. So we're just going to clean them all off on the chamois.
Shimmy shammy. Dirty chamois.
And then we're going to turn them over to use the backs of them. So just peel them off carefully and not like that. So we've got a solid stamp there that we're going to use, which is quite fun, I think. And they don't fit because the stamps aren't entirely symmetrical, and you don't get an exact mirror image, so they don't fit exactly. But I quite like that look. Stampin' Up does that look quite a lot with its infill stamps, which means you don't have to be too accurate. If they were meant to fit absolutely accurately, it would be a bit of a nightmare trying to line them up all the time. Right, so I'm going in with the big image, so I'm inking the whole of the back of that image, and I'm going to stamp big flower. So look, it goes over. I've got a little bit of something on there, but it goes over the old image, but it doesn't fit exactly. It goes over at some places and doesn't quite fill it at the other places. I don't mind that though. I find that that's fine. Right, and that one goes like that. So that's enough of fresh freesia.
My sister doesn't like these stamps. She always says, "Oh, it just looks like it's a mess and you've done it wrong." But I actually like it.
Actually, I quite like. There's some that I don't like the look of, but this one I did particularly like. I like these lined flowers. I like these ink and like when you do it in black, it looks like sort of ink and pen. So this is Pool Party I'm stamping now, and I'm just stamping this little cup image.
Pool Party is a neglected ink for me. I like it and I don't use it very often.
I decided I was going to try and use some other colours today, because all I've used is the in colours since they came out. That's literally all I've used. So I decided I was deliberately going to break out a little bit. Right, and then I'm going to do the leaves, and I'm actually going to stamp off the pear pizzazz because I don't want it quite so dark. So I'm going to stamp it on there.
Penny agrees with my sister.
What, that they look messy?
Yeah.
I love the look. I really like this. It's that sort of watercoloured, not exact enough look. It's taken me a while to grow to love it, I have to admit. There. And then I'm just going to come in with Granny Apple Green and do the last of those flowers.
Granny Apple Green is definitely a colour I don't use very often.
Really? Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite greens. No, I use it a lot because I use brights a lot. So I do use Granny Apple Green a lot.
So people are saying about the chamois, about putting it in the washing machine.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I do.
Whether or not we put it separately. I put it in with darks.
I put it in with anything, when I'm washing black things. I just put it in. I did put it in the dishwasher the other day as well. That worked quite well.
Don't have one of them. All I do is called Ed.
Right, there we go. So that's the panel.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Which is just going to mount on there. I quite like that. I quite like those colours.
That's really nice.
And it's so quick and easy. Yeah, I'll be sorry this set is going now, having not used it.
Yeah.
Tell you what I haven't used either very much is the dies from the Vine Design. I'm using one of them for the sentiment today, but I realised I haven't used those intricate lacy flowery.
Oh, I have. And I'll be keeping them.
Oh, how can you say that's not nice? I think that's lovely, she says, even though I say it myself. Right, I've done the sentiment already today just because I want to make another card and I didn't want to overrun my time too much, but it's quite easy to do. It's using this Vine Design.
Oh, I'm going to be stamping that, so that's quite useful.
Oh, right. Okay. So I just stamped this label, then stamped the thinking of you inside it, and then I die cut this one. But it's quite easy. I have just fussy cut these because you can just do 2 straight lines and then just fussy cut around these. You don't need the die set. If you've just got the stamp set, you don't need the die to cut this out. You can just
I'm die cutting it.
You can just fussy cut it. If you've got the die, it's worth doing, but you don't have to. You know, if you don't want those dies, don't want to spend the money on those dies, it's easy to fussy cut it. And it's nice. I like this label. I like having a label with a border. And there we are.
That's really, really lovely.
There we are. So that's that one. Well, sorry about that. My camera seems to have gone a bit blurry so that I couldn't catch the end of the video, but this is the card that I made. Just granny apple green, I think you missed, of me colouring those in, and then the sentiment is from Fine Design. So I've just stamped the border, stamped in Fresh Freesia, thinking of you, and then I die cut this, but you could actually fussy cut it if you wanted to. And that's my card. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my projects. Now you can pop over and watch Jezza's project, and watch her half of the live video and see her amazing projects that she's making. Bye.
Bye.